Hi everyone, and welcome to another Pilates and theraband video. Going to be short and sharp today, so about 20 minutes. Bit of legs, bit of arms, bit of abs. So let's make a start, and we're going to start in a quadruped position. So for your quadruped, you'll have your wrists below the shoulders, the knees below the hips, and we're just going to start with some spinal movements. So we're rounding the spine into your cat, and then reverse the spine in the other direction for cow. And we'll do this a few times. So I'm thinking about accessing my breath, thinking about breathing into the back of my ribs. So I've got an exhale here as I flex, and an inhale as I extend. And again, an exhale as I flex, inhale as I extend. Okay, that's going to become a thread the needle. So I'm breathing out to rotate, and then breathing in to come back to center. Then that hand will step in front of the other one, and I'll take myself into a lateral stretch and then come all the way back. So that again, we've got the rotation, then we come all the way back, and then we step the hand in front, and we've got that lateral flexion. Cool, so let's go one more time with that. We've got our rotation, hand steps in front, and we have that lateral flexion. All right, here we go for the other side. So find your rotation. Hand steps in front of the other one, a little bit of lateral flexion. So we're not kind of lingering too much. This is very much just a nice mobilization, chance to get all the joints oiled and moving. One more like this, rotation, and then lateral flexion. Okay, all right, find your quadruped. Now, of course, you could substitute this for little fists if you prefer. We are going to tuck the toes under and start getting a connection into our core. So we're just going to pop the knees off the floor and then pop them back down. Barely looks like I'm doing anything. It's just a very small little lift. Elbows are nice and soft as we come up, and we come down, and we come up, and we come down. Okay, let's go for 5 more like this. And 4, I'm thinking of that nice strong pull in to my belly. We are 2 here. And then we are 1 here. Okay, all right, knees down. You're just going to float a hand off, place the hand on the floor. Float the other hand off, place it on a floor. So when I first learned this exercise, someone said you're a little bit like a kitten. Just hurt your paw. You've got a thorn in your paw and you can't put any weight on it. Okay? So we're going to add that in with our knee lift. So can we float the knees off, and then can we lift up one paw and then pop it down, and then the other paw? So it's become quite challenging because we've only got a 3-pod, a tripod holding our body weight. We're going to do 1 more of those on each side. Little left, little left. Excellent. And then lower those knees down. Okay, sit back into the heels. Give the wrists a quick little shake. We're going to now try and add in a leg lift, okay? So let's come back to hands down, and one leg will lift up and down. So not too far, okay? Very close to the floor. At this point, I've got my other knee on the floor. We've just got 4 moves to pattern it. Okay, let's lift those knees off and see if we can do that. Lift the leg, rest it down. Lift the leg, rest it down. So once you take that foot away, got a lot of loading deep into the core. So keep that strong connection through those abdominals. 1 to go. All right, knees down, little pause. We go arm, arm, leg, leg. So you're going to be doing a circle. 3 one way, 3 the other way. Here we go. Lifting those knees up. Lift a paw, lift a paw, lift a leg, lift a leg. And again, lift a paw, lift a paw, lift a leg, lift a leg. 1 more time. Lift a paw, lift a paw, lift a leg, lift a leg, tap down, little pause, release the weight off the hands. 3 going in the other direction. Okay, up we come again. If you don't know what direction you went in, just 3 more. Here we go. Lift off those knees, lift a paw, and a paw, and a leg, and a leg. We got it again. Lift a paw, and a paw, and a leg, and a leg. We're going again. Lift a paw, and a paw, and a leg, and a leg. Good. Release the knees. Have a little stretch in a child pose. Give the fingertips a little wiggle around. And then walk your hands into your legs and bring yourself up. Okay, a little bit of work seated, a little bit of rolling back. So working our abdominals now in a bit of flexion. Okay, the hands are going to hold the band and you're going to loop the feet. So I've got it pretty wide around my feet. Otherwise, it's quite easy for that band to just kind of roll itself off. Arms are long by your sides. We're going to breathe out, tuck under and find a nice roll, kind of curve back shape, and then reset to sit up tall. And again, we go back. And we come up. So that's that nice flexion through the spine. The band is giving you a bit of support. It's fine to use that support because we're going to use the band to give us a bit of extension. So this time as you come up, can you bring your elbows wide and lift your breastbone up? So that's that little bit of high release extension. So we're rounding back, we're sitting up, and we've got that high release extension. And we're going to round it back. We're going to sit ourselves up. A little bit of extension. One last time, we're going to round it back. We're going to bring ourselves up. And we've got that little bit of extension. Okay, all right. Now we're going to do it without the support of our band. We're going to double it over and hold it out in front of us. Okay, we've got that same rounded back. Now this time for our extension, we're going to lift the arms up. So I'm trying to push my chest forwards. So I've got my round back, my arm lift, am I pushing my chest forwards? 2 more, rounding back. Pushing that chest forwards. And here we go. One last time. Round it back. And push that chest forwards. Excellent. All right. Open out the band. We're going to have a little bit of rotation. So my hands are closer together. I'm going to pull back with one elbow and the other arm is reaching straight ahead. Pulling back and we're into a twist. Pulling back and we're into a twist. And we're into a twist. All right, now we're going to stay in our roll back shape and we're going to pull from one side to the other side. So rotating fully from one side, right across to the other side. Let's keep that going. We've got 8, rotating for 7, rotating for 6, rotating for 5. We are nearly there. We've got 4, twisting 3, twisting 2, twisting 1. Good, and then come all the way up and release those arms. Okay, I'm going to face the camera. And we're going to sit cross-legged. It's a little bit for our arms, a little bit of rotator work for the shoulders. So palms are up, holding the theraband in your hands. We're going to try and pull the band apart and then release. So I'm keeping the elbows glued into the sides of the body. So I'm not lifting the elbows up. Lovely long spine, just trying to sit tall. Now, of course, if cross-legged is not for you, you can sit with your legs out. You can be in a high kneeling position. We're going to do 2 more. And then 1 more to pulse. Okay, so here we go. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7. So elbows are in, trying to rotate from the shoulders. We're 3, 2, 1, and we have a little pause. Good, give those shoulders a big circle round. We go again, but we have the knuckles on top. It's a slightly different rotational movement. Pulling both of them apart again, and release. And again, apart again. So moving pretty swiftly through lots of different exercises today. So not a lot of explanations. I'm assuming that you know all about sitting nice and tall, thinking about nice deep breaths, not holding your breath. If you don't know about those things, you want to find yourself a beginner's Pilates mat class. There'll be plenty on YouTube. This is not one of them. This is general work. All right, we've got 3 to go. And we're here for 2. Good, we're going to open and here come those pulses again. We are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good, should be nice and warm in the shoulders. Roll them around. Take your legs out in front and let's tie them together. So we're now moving into some leg work. Now I'm going to tie a little knot and then a bow. If you want to do a double knot, that is absolutely fine. Not cutting the circulation out of your legs, but giving yourself some feedback from that band. With the theraband, a little bit of resistance does go a long way, so it doesn't always have to be super hard. Lots is happening. We're coming onto our side. So we just got some oysters that we're going to be doing first of all, or some clams. You're going to lay yourself down on your side. You're going to lengthen your top hip away. And we're going to start with those feet flipped up, so we're in some internal rotation. From here, we're opening out and then closing in. We've got 3 slow, and then we've got 3 little pulses. So we're going to open here, 3, 2, 1, and close it down. Again, we're going to open, and we're going to open. We're going to open and hold, and we're pulsing here. 3, 2, 1, and close it down. Let's go again. We're going to open. And again, we're going to open. And we're going to open. And we're pulsing. 3, 2, 1. Let's go one last time of these. So we've got an open. And we've got an open. One more time. Open to hold. And we are here. 3, 2, 1. And then rest that down. Excellent. So the next one, we're going to be separating the feet as well. Scoot your knees higher. Bring the shins forward till they're at the front edge of the mat, along with that lovely waist again. And we're going to lift that whole leg up and down. So we're doing the same sequence. We've got 3, this being the last one. And then we pulse at the top. 3, 2, 1. And then we close it down. And again, we're going to lift and lower. So that's 3. Lift and lower with 2. Lift and lower for the last one. Lift and hold. That maybe made it 4. Open, open, open. Rest it all the way down. Let's go for 2 more sets. Open and close. Count properly. This is 2. 3 to hold. Here we go. Open. 3, 2, 1. Close it down. And one last set. It's getting quite warm in that hip. That's what we want. We want those glutes to be firing. Open, hold. And here we go. Pulse 3, pulse 2, pulse 1, and rest it down. Awesome. Let's go straight over to the other side. So push yourself up, scoot your legs round, and over we come. Okay, so once you're lying down, you're going to pull that top hip away, lengthen the side body, flip those feet up, and here we go, 3. Now, the great thing about working with a band is that we get that mobilizing work. Here are those pulses, 3, 2, 1, but we also get the stabilization work. So that bottom leg has got to stabilize. It's not lifting up off the floor. So we know that it's working hard as the other leg is moving. Okay, 2 more times. Opening. Again, opening. Again, opening. Here are those pulses. 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Let's go again. Opening. Again, opening. Opening to hold. And we are 3, 2, 1. And down and rest. Awesome. Scoot those legs up, knees in line with the belly button, shins parallel. Lengthen that top hip, okay? Separating the foot as well as the knee. Hold it there. Here we go. Lift 3, lift 2, lift 1. Lower it down and we're going to open. And we're going to open. Good work. We open, we hold. We are 3. We are 2. We are 1. We are resting. Okay, we've got 2 more sets to go. Getting quite warm in at the glutes, which is what we want. 3, 2, 1. Last set, and then we're going to be stretching, opening. Very nice. And again, opening, opening to hold. And here we are. Last pulse is 3. Nearly there. 2, 1, and rest. Okay. So we're almost done, but we're not going to stretch quite yet. So we're just going to come and move that band down. So the band's going to be around your feet. We're going to leave it there whilst we do some extension, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of opposite arm and leg stuff, okay? So lying yourself down on your tummy and taking your hands apart. Mine are just off the mat, and my legs are apart so I can feel the theraband, but I'm not working super hard. Okay, let's find a nice extension through your spine. Breathe in. As you breathe out and you lift your abdominals up off the mat, you're going to use your hands to push into the floor and find that lovely chest opening. And then down we come. I'm trying to feel like I'm stretching myself out as I lower. Another couple. Pushing away to the floor. So this is all about finding a nice stretch. I'm not really trying to work hard at this point. Trying to mobilize. Moving my body. Down we come. Okay, let's go one last time. So using the hands to help you find a stretch. Feel that you could go further. Like if you're in a swimming pool, you'd kind of try and do a little backflip there. Okay, let's move on and straighten out those arms. Arms are about as wide apart as your shoulders. We're going to do a little bit of opposition, lifting the right arm and the left leg. So now we're going to feel the band. I feel that I'm anchoring my right leg as I try and lift up my left and then lower. So this might be going a little bit more into the hamstring as we're moving through this opposition. So we've got our lift and lower, and then we've got a lift and lower. So this is like a slow motion swimming, working our shoulder extensors, our hip extensors and working our back extensors. So we don't need to move the spine a long way for a lot of stuff to be happening. So thinking about length rather than how high we're lifting, although I'm talking about the lift, I want you to think about the length. So let's go for another 6 and another 5. Nice long body for 4. Stretch out with those fingertips and out with those toes for 2 and for 1, and then rest. Bring your hands in. Push yourself away from the floor. You're going to take yourself into a child pose stretch. I've still got my band on, but not for long. Ease into that child pose. And then bring yourself around. And we're going to sit, take the band away, and we'll take a glute stretch. So, lengthen out the legs. Bring one ankle across the other ankle. Take the hands behind you and bring your foot in. Now, if you're not feeling much of a stretch here, you can walk your hands in to bring your chest closer to that leg. The other thing you can do is step your foot in closer. And then if you lose the stretch, just kind of walk those hands in again. Still got about another 15 seconds here. So really enjoying that stretch and that opening through the hip. Let's stay here as we take a deep breath in. Nice full deep breath out. And let's go one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, let's slide that leg down, undo it. Shake out those legs. Other ankle comes across. Lean back, bring that leg in. Walk your hands in and then just kind of see where you've got to. So the stretch can be quite different through the two sides. So always just assessing a stretch. How good is it for me? Do I need a bit more? Sometimes it can release quite quickly. You're kind of holding a stretch and you feel that within a little bit 10 seconds you can get a little bit more. Some sides are a bit more stubborn and they take a little bit longer to release. Okay, we've got a couple more breaths here. And let's go one more time. All right, well then let's undo those legs. Okay, we're gonna lie on our back now. We're gonna do a little bit of bridging and we're gonna do the classical series of 5. So we're gonna do our bridges in between each of those abdominal exercises. Okay, so bend up the knees, lie yourself down onto your back and your spine is in your neutral. So here we go, little gap in between your back and the floor, arms by your sides. I can feel 10 toes on the floor, so I'm not scrunching up my feet. As we breathe in, we're going to get ready. As we breathe out, we're going to flatten the spine. Imprint and roll yourself up. Little breath in at the top and then down we roll. Okay, once you've rolled back into neutral, you've got 2 more to go. Imprinting and rolling up. And then rolling down. Okay, let's go again. Exhaling, rolling all the way up. And then rolling all the way down. Super, let's bring those legs up to tabletop and come into our single leg stretch. So chest lift if you can, hands on one leg, lengthen the other leg out. Fairly pacey, we're gonna swap, and we're gonna swap, and we're gonna swap, and we're gonna swap. So lengthening out with that leg, feeling like the toes are trying to reach and stretch and lengthen away from you. Keep that work going. We are here 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, good work. Stretch out through those legs. 2, 1, and bend and rest the feet down. Okay, back into your spine curls. Push the spine down into the mat. Imprint, roll your backbone up. Inhale, exhale, we come down. Rock back into neutral. And we go again. Imprint, roll it all the way up. Stand firm on those feet. Down we come. And again. All the way up. So this is number 3. After this one, we're back to some abs. Up come those legs. We are double leg stretch. So the heels are together, toes are apart, knees are apart, hands are on the outside of the legs, curling up if you can. Deep breath in and then exhale everything away. Inhale, sweep the arms around, catch the legs. Everything away. Sweep and catch those legs. Nice. Switch it out. Sweep and catch. So you're maintaining your curl up the whole time that those legs and those arms do their thing. We go out, we sweep and we catch. We go out, we sweep and we catch. And we are here for 4 more. Nice and strong. 3 more. Good work. Reach, lengthen away. Here's our last one of those. Feet on the floor, head down, arms by your sides. Exhale, imprint the spine, pelvic tilt and roll up and then roll down. So that bridging, those spine curls are kind of more enjoyed, I think, as we go through the series, because we know it's our moment to kind of catch our breath and to give ourselves a reset. And then 3 feels like less the more ab work we do. So back into that leg fold. Okay, up we come for our scissors. Hold one leg, lengthen the other leg, and swap. So with this, there's this little bit of punctuation, this little bit of a pulse. So I'm going to pulse that bottom leg and pull in that top leg. All right, curl up if you can, or head down if you prefer. Keep it going. We're 6, and we are 5, and we are 4, and we're 3, for 2, for 1, and then bend the knees in, rest down, feet down. Okay, imprint the spine as you exhale, pelvic tilt and roll up. Stand on those feet, and then roll and curl and release down. Breathe out. Imprint the spine, roll it all the way up. Stand firm on those feet. Roll all the way down. Excellent. One last time. Imprinting, rolling up, standing firm on those feet. Rolling all the way down. Excellent. Up come those legs. Hands behind the head. Flex the spine so you're curling up. Your hands are supporting your head. The legs are long and they go down. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Excellent. Down they go. Up they come. And down they go. So we're only going to do 4 more from here. So down we go. And then there's only 1 more abdominal exercise to go. A few more bridges. And we'll be done. All right, last 2. Keep it strong. Down they go. Up they come. Down they go. Up they come. Awesome. Bend those knees. Feet on the floor. Arms by your sides. Imprint. Roll up. Roll down. Excellent. Imprint. Roll up. Roll down. Lucky last time. Imprint. Roll up. Roll it down. Okay, we are finishing with the crisscross. Hands are behind the head. Flex the spine. Curl yourself up. Twist to the bent leg. Lengthen the other. And then twist and lengthen. And we rotate. And we rotate. Going well. We rotate. And we rotate. And again. Okay, here comes the countdown. We are here for 8. Looking past your thigh to that front corner of the mat. Good work. 4 here. Keep it going. 3. Twist across. 2. Twist across. 1. Done. Lower the feet. Arms by your sides. Bridge. Imprint and roll yourself up. And then roll down. All that hard work is done. Well done. Rolling up. Rolling down. Take your final one. Imprinting. Rolling up. Rolling down. Excellent. All right, slide out those legs. Bring the arms over the head. We are all done. Wiggle the fingertips, wiggle the toes. Make your body as long as possible. And then draw both of the knees into the chest. Give yourself a gentle hug. Have a little rock around side to side. And then use your hands behind your leg to gently roll yourself up or roll round to one side. And we're done. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class and I'll see you again soon.